folks, and welcome to another production of the Single HO Half Hour Power Hour, where we talk about whatever we want. So, your name is...
My name is not prepared for this podcast. Your name is...
the person who throwed you into the podcast unwillingly.
I was getting ready to take the biggest gulp of Mountain Dew, and out of nowhere, it's just like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another presentation of the Single H Show Half Hour Power Hour. My name is Michael Davis, and what are we talking about?
We're talking about whatever we want.
We're just chit-chatting?
Yes.
Good Lord, son. Today has been a freaking day.
Yeah, so be prepared, folks. This rating will fluctuate throughout the talk.
Please be ready that this parts of Unknown Rules are in effect.
Yeah, we'll do Single H, so Half Hour Power Hour Parts Unknown Edition.
Yeah,
will be the name of the podcast.
But I am.
'Cause y'all, it was a lot.
It was a lot today.
I am happy the meeting only went an hour. That was nice.
You know what? It was really nice. So that, as you know, the delegation, that Hunter Mills and Mike Davis represent the DWO delegation of the California Pacific Annual Conference.
Yeah.
And the Senor Presidente, Hunter Mills, y'all.
Yes.
And I go there as a lowly representative of the delegation of DWO.
Well, it's honestly a little bit better doing that.
Yeah, honestly, it's
you better.
You have so much more to do than I do.
Yeah, I had a message people. I went, thank you for coming to the special. And then I did thank you again after on the group text.
So
hoping that someone actually went other than me.
Well, hopefully they all went other than you.
Hopefully.
But, of course, all that really matters is all of the agenda items passed. And then our meeting delegated for 2 hours. We did get it done. Nailed it!
Yep, we got it done in a half of the time.
Yeah. So, Single H, we did that.
Yeah.
But what else? We did a lot more than that, too.
Well, we did my normal karate.
We did your... You now specialize in normal karate?
And we did...
And not abnormal
we did,
karate?
No, I specialize in neurodivergent karate.
Neurodivergent karate?
Is when we can aim, but only with some weapons in every part of our body.
Yes.
Because I tell you, there's some weapons like nunchucks that can't aim for the life of me. And I've learned that, and I'm okay with that.
Have you ever thought about a new style of gender non-binary karate?
Well, that's the taekwondo. Because there's a little bit of everything in it.
There's a little bit of everything in it. So that's gender non-binary martial arts.
And it's also gender fluid.
It's gender fluid because it flows between different traditions and different... what Korean? You do Korean taekwondo?
We do Korean. We do a little bit of boxing.
Yeah.
We do a good bit of weapons, and we do a good bit of traditional groundwork.
And so would that be considered MMA, or is that judo?
It might be considered judo. Could we do flip each other over?
Yeah.
A little bit less than.
You flip each other over, you don't flip each other off?
No, not really, actually. We don't actually do that often.
Do you know what it means to flip somebody off? Let me show you. Here's to you.
We at the same time.
So you did your karate, and then you did your specialization, horsemanship.
Yes.
Yeah.
With it made for my brain. And with the person I'm with, it is literally made for my brain.
All right, your instructor is a good brother.
Yes.
I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so we literally change the rain colors for my brain to not have to go through the process of thinking left or right.
Well, that's true.
We've changed it to one side is yellow, which is our left brain, and one side of the brain is red for right.
Cool.
So my brain, with my dyslexia, doesn't have to think about that. Good. Dexterously, my brain hates any letter.
Dexterily?
No.
Dyslexically?
Dyslectically.
Okay.
Historically, my brain hates any letter that has a different letter that is the lowercase flipped.
So, like B?
Yeah.
D.
I hate L's and I's for the life of me because they always look the same.
My dyslexia was clicking tonight when I was trying to read the responsive prayers.
Yeah, I'm like, I would try to read that, but my brain didn't want to. My brain went, I'm saying it internally, my dears.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't want to. Yeah, and we did good amount of podcasting today too.
We did a lot of podcasting today,
And
which why it really freaking surprised me, shocked me when you, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hunter Mills, and this is a torture podcast.
No, we need to talk about Yoke.
So please talk about Yoke. Yoke is the biz-izzity bomb.
Yeah, so Yoke is one of the things one of my friends made me, which is a little blue whale. I mean a little yellow and white whale.
Good Lord, Hoot.
Yeah.
It's a yellow and white whale. Thus,
the name is Yoke.
Yes.
And I often use Sir Yoke for self-expression when my brain went, I don't want to express tone vocally anymore.
Yeah.
Use the stuffed animal to express.
Hello, friends. My name's Yoke. I'm speaking for Hunter Mills, y'all.
I mostly through body motions. Did private. I move him around. That's how I communicate sometimes. Yoke had got me through math class a couple times. Because I've learned third period is the period that my brain hates in every single way.
Yeah.
Despite, I love the teacher. My brain now you think I'm going to be nice to you right now after you fed me? Nah.
You know what? I deserve everything you give me because this late night that you have experienced is all because of me. Good God, Hoot. I can't even believe that we have survived to even be headed home.
Yeah, so let's giving Hunter Mills a chance to rant.
Yeah.
Essentially. This is going to be slightly better than the 10:30 podcast you got a couple of months ago. I literally filmed that. I literally did that one because I was trying to do a long one, but it only...
the solo cast?
Yes.
The special single H solo cast? Dude,
Yeah.
You sounded like somebody writing a letter in some distant cabin somewhere.
Well, I was trying to be quiet and not entirely vocalize that much.
Yeah.
So it got to a point that I went, I'm going to go into the bathroom. Those walls cannot be fit in there.
Dude, did you go to the back? And were you sitting on the toilet
No.
while you were recording that?
No, I went into the bathroom area to try to get something that I felt like I could speak at regular full volume, knowing that it wouldn't interrupt anything else.
You know what? You had some good sound quality on that. Tell me you got in the shower.
No.
Tell me you were standing in the shower recording that podcast.
No, I started half of it in the bedroom, and then I moved into the red room, knowing that I'm that's probably not gonna sound good.
That sounds like when I go to bed. I start half of it in the bedroom, and then I get up and go to the bathroom, and then I come back in hoping I wasn't so loud that I woke up your mom.
Yeah, it was. It's what, like, I'm not gonna go back. I'm gonna go into the bathroom. Everyone else had their own rooms. Hopefully they don't think I'm going crazy right now and they're not hearing this.
It's like, what in the hell is he doing talking in there? I hate the cis people. I hate the cis people. I am transgender.
No, that podcast was more like a very B-safe podcast.
Buddy, you were
urging people to vote already. My brain
You were
at 10:30 at night.
Yeah, you know what? It was really good.
Yeah, my brain at 10:30 at night. I think I get my most potent thoughts, but I never.
Your most poisoned thoughts? What?
No, potent.
Potent, yes.
Thought, and I don't know how to express them the right way.
You get your most potent thoughts in the bathroom?
For you listeners who did not see that, I did the punch. The Michael J.
Single H, Karate Master Single H just attacked me, and because that you're nearly a black belt, I consider that lethal assault.
That was a very light jab, thank you.
Yes,
I did it across the body.
You know, one time you smacked the crap out of me, it hurt like hell, dude.
Well, you caused that to happen because you said you wanted it.
Hey, by the way, the few listeners have responded and have emailed us at thesingleHshow@gmail.com. They demand another solo cast.
Oh, yeah.
Not transparenting. The Single H solo cast.
Yeah?
Yes. It's been requested.
Okay, I will do it another time when I have thoughts that I need to filter and my brain doesn't know how to either think the thoughts correctly.
Yeah, just watch your language while you do it.
I didn't.
You didn't curse
last time. I was at an event that I needed to not curse.
You've only cursed once, really, intentionally.
Yeah.
And it was appropriate. It was absolutely appropriate when you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use it sparingly, except when there's time that I'm like, I just need to get words out that express my anger, and sadly, these are the only ones that fit.
And by the way, if you want to express your anger, join us at Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery. That's right, friends. If you have thoughts that you need to express with the loved ones that you used to share them with, then Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery is the place for you. Remember those great conversations that you had while you play 18 holes of championship golf. Be with the ones that you shared those memories with as you remember them at Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery. Make the place you got your hole in one your place for your hole for one. Rolling Greens. So you really need to. So that's why you need to process something.
Yeah, because that happened when I was really stressed out all day. No,
you kind of had a hard time with that trip.
Yeah, and I kind of was like, "Come on, guys, let's do something." And it kind of like, okay, we have an idea, a single idea.
That's right. You guys were trying to arrange a youth service or some kind of crap like that, right?
And I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah. That's how I left feeling that trip.
Hey, that service rocked though. When it finally pulled together, it was amazing.
Yeah, it turned out that it was me and the young adult president that had to pretty much do it with the other head.
It's like y'all did this.
Yeah.
And you guys looked like the Justice League with all them standing around everybody that was speaking. That was freaking bomb. That sight of unity and awesomeness.
And I think, like, I had to time it. Like, we had to time stuff out for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't go overtime on mine.
Timing your sermons.
I wrote
Suckers.
I wrote a lot about space, because I'm like, okay, wait. Because the young adult president had a really good idea, and I went, I can work with that. Like, tell me anything, and I can probably do it. And I'm like, oh, space?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to rant about science, and I'm gonna tie this into this in a way that makes perfect sense. That will work into yours.
And did you pull Mean Girls? Did you?
Yes, I did that.
Yeah.
My brain went, okay, you want that? Okay, I have the song that will work.
Why didn't you flat out Comets in Christ that thing? And why didn't you just talk about Mean Girls in that scene?
Because we were at conference and we couldn't really do that.
Yeah.
So
You're a trucker. You know, if I ever speak, you know I'm talking about Harley Race.
Yeah, but how I
But
kind
that's
of
not you.
I coded it in science,
Yeah.
and I let our young adult president take the emotional side of things,
Yeah.
knowing that I have a very hard time kind of regulating things and trying to sense the emotions in certain situations afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I cannot do the emotional side, but I can do the logical side, and I can try that.
Because you're a freaking emotionless
No.
Vulcan robot.
No, I feel things, but sometimes I'm like, oh, that's what it is after the fact.
Yeah.
You know, that's how kind of I am. Like, I can, sometimes it just takes me.
It takes you a second.
And for me, like, I can't perfectly write anything emotional. Those emotions that come to it while I'm writing it.
Have you ever had to write anything emotional for school?
Well, like, a lot of my short stories that I had to do kind of got guarded to a certain degree.
Yeah.
During a certain time in our lives, a certain 3 years. That kind of, like, my brain did not know how to adjust with it, other than making cookies and making stories inherently about some type of grief.
Yeah.
Tied to them.
Yeah, dude, for your age,
Yeah.
you've got a lot of grief stories.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking hard.
And I kind of, like, had to go, that's how my brain, like, decided to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's not the best way to deal with it. I'm still working through it.
Well, but you're working through it, and
Yeah.
that's what matters. Working through it is what matters.
And that's what my brain went, you know what? I have the time. And I tell you one time, I've never followed a plot that I've laid out. The plot that kind of had to happen while I'm writing.
Yeah.
And, like, even with the D&D campaign that I'm doing, I kind of have to go, okay, this is a massive event that I want to happen, but everyone has to be here for it to happen.
Yeah.
And they're at that point currently, and I'm like, I have to, because I know I'm going to do a bombshell there that's going to tell a lot about the world. I don't know what bombshell I'm going to do.
You don't know what bombshell you're going to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty good about dropping some bombshells.
Yeah, and I'm like, I had a session that's with the ranting about lore.
Ranting about Thor?
Lore. Like, they found...
Yeah.
I tied in the Lords in Black from Star Kid. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you say old books? You say old books?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I wanted to tie in. I'm gonna, like, put it here.
Yeah.
So, that was fun. I'm like, okay, here it is. We're using the short version of the names, because I can't say the full version correctly, because, you know, words.
Yeah. Words get in the way sometimes. And as we're amateur podcasters, and I am a professional speaker,
Yeah.
words,
I'm like,
gosh darn words.
like, even for that speech at conference, I went, I'm not going to remember how to say that name after looking at
Oh
it.
my lord. That
There was-
first year that you spoke, and it had all of the Native American terms that you
Yeah.
had to read.
And I'm like, I should have wrote this. I'm like,
Even if you wrote those things phonetically, I would. Even if I wrote them phonetically.
because I didn't write the first speech, the first
No,
year.
you did not. Thank God that second year that you gave a speech that you wrote your speech that time.
Yeah, 'cause I could put my simpleton words on the page and I can say the smart words out loud.
I say smart things. I speak big words. I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
You know, if
I can say words with many
if I ever
parts
speak
to them.
before annual conference,
Yeah.
it would probably only be because that you're saying something too, and
Yeah.
literally it would go like you speak, and it says, "All right, now here comes my dad to say some ignorant stuff about Harley race."
Yeah, and it's like a lot of like that speech. It did take me a second, but it didn't take me that long to write through.
Yeah.
But I'm like, cause I was writing phonetically and I was looking things up.
Yeah.
And that kind of going, okay, that's just what I want to do with this.
Yeah.
And I think I might have had, I know I shared it with the head director of youth at the time for her to go through and help make sentences more coherent.
Yeah.
Cause, yeah, sentences are fun.
Yeah.
Why?
I like words. Sentences are fun.
That was sarcasm, though. I hate the structure of sentences. I'm like, why? Why do you have to put it?
Mango like candy.
Why do you have to put it that way? It sounds more phonetically this way.
Yeah.
It sounds way better this way.
Well, the English language is that is a sucker's
I
bed,
don't
man.
like it.
Yeah.
No wonder people have a hard time learning it.
English is the hardest language to learn.
Yeah, I'm like, especially the American version of it. I feel like, why did you have to add more? Why did you, make another letter when you want a different sound?
What the hell is pop? Is it soda? No, it's Coke.
Yeah, I'm like, come on guys, let's make another letter to express the sound that you want.
Yes.
You don't need one letter having multiple sounds.
Why do you have to combine a PH for an F sound? Why can't it not? Why
can't
gopher not Gofer?
Yeah, it's annoying. I really don't like the English language. I really don't. And whoever does, good for them.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. One day somebody's going to hear this podcast, and you're going to be running for president.
Yeah.
And they're going to edit what you just said. And it's just like, and one year, Hunter Mills said he didn't like the English. And they're going to narrow that down to that. It's not just that you don't like a language, you hate an entire country.
I don't like the language at all.
Hey,
Whoever invented it.
Whoever invented language, linguistics, you're a punk.
Why didn't you make it less complicated?
All right, so here's who you just offended. You just offended the Christians who believe that all languages were created at the Tower of Babel. You just offended all of the linguists who believe that languages were created as secret codes through different wars. And you offended me because I speak American.
Well, I also speak American English. Correction, I speak California Southern English.
But I don't speak English. I speak American.
Yeah. I speak Californian, and can I tell you, there is a slight difference. And I can feel myself pitching over when we're with Grandma, because I do speak differently over there.
But before
when we're over here.
Before my grandmother passed away, I could tell when I had spoken with my grandmother, because, buddy, my country kicks after I talk to my grandmother.
I'm like, it's like the accent that I have doesn't change, but how I pronounce words.
We say things. I speak words.
Yeah.
Mango like candy.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes when I'm over there, I'm like a tiny bit more proper with my language. Like it's
I can tell when that you've been around adults too. Because
Yeah.
you come in, hello, mother and father.
Yeah.
I would like to converse with you over some situations that are taking place that are pretty
Yeah.
pertinent.
Yeah, and it's fun. And, like, lately we've had, like, a good time. Other than, like, a couple long nights.
Who are you talking about now? We went from
No,
annual conference to language to... It's been some long nights.
Yeah, because lately my brain that doesn't want to fall asleep.
Well, you know what won't help your brain fall asleep?
Yeah.
Coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
I was trying to set you up for a commercial.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all right, take two. Wait. Take two.
Yeah.
You know what won't help you fall asleep? Coffee.
Come and get your cup of roasted coffee. Come and get your blue tint surprise over at Beanie's in Hatchetfield. Have fun, sing, maybe die in the process, depending on what reality you take place in. Or maybe come and get a Wiggly down in Toy Zone. Come and get this little guy for only $49.99.
That's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
And you want to know who will tell you how expensive it is? Old Man Mills. A Wiggly costs $49.99.
Not too much.
And you know what? A cup of coffee costs $8.57.
That's reasonable to wake up in the morning.
That's right. You might see Old Man Mills.
Yeah.
All right, but just-
Sorry, I was expecting on adding in the Toy Zone, but then I went, oh yeah, I did the reality thing.
What is a Toy Zone from?
Toy Zone is from Black Friday.
And that is also a Star Kids show?
Yeah, that my favorite character in Hatchetfield
Is
first appearances in.
Black Friday?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Her name is Lex, and I love her.
but to give some people some history,
Yeah.
Rolling Green's Coffin Cemetery is an old-time bit from Parts of Unknown
Yeah.
that I invented.
And then we just kept on doing ads.
And we just kept adding it on. But tell everybody where the coffee's from.
So the coffee from the guy who doesn't like musicals, which is another Star Kids show.
Yeah.
That I went, oh, I'm really into it. Oh, people might like this. That are also in the lore and do like a Beanie's ad.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh, Toy Zone. This works. And one time I'll let you ad bit of doing all the Lords in Black at the same time.
Well, we'll add that into
Yeah.
a commercial. But there's a new bit that we started doing called Old Man Mills.
So-
And we haven't introduced where that came from.
So that man was thinking about going to see the new Joker film.
And the only one that was showing at a time I could go
Was in-
on IMAX.
For $25 a ticket.
$25.
Per one ticket. And I'm like, that should be two.
It's like, that should be 2 tickets. That's too expensive for 1 ticket. Inflation, am I right?
Yeah.
Your mom and I are just dying. Old Man Mills is telling everybody to get off his lawn.
Everyone's allowed to get mad about inflation. McDonald's literally doubled their prices.
Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, Old Man Mills. McDonald's literally what?
They doubled the price for everything on their menu.
I remember when you could get a cheeseburger for 15 cents.
Yeah.
Now it's $4. $4?
No, it went,
That's expensive.
it went from $4 to $8.
There ain't no cheeseburger. You can get a Big Mac for $6.
It doubled.
There ain't no $12 Big Macs.
My math teacher showed us.
You know, it's alright.
Like-
Big Macs is alright.
Like, she did the work and found a graph that literally shows it. And I'm like, wow, okay, that does not surprise me at all.
Alright, so hear me out.
Yeah.
I agree with your math teacher.
Yeah.
When I worked at McDonald's, once upon a time, children, when I used to walk up to school uphill in the snow both ways, I used to work at McDonald's. And at the end of the week, my last day at work, I always got a 20-piece chicken nugget and a Big Mac combo meal. A Big Mac fries and a large Coke. $5. It cost $5 for all that food when I worked at McDonald's. If I walked into McDonald's and asked the cashier that what I could buy for $5, you know what the cashier would say back to me?
Nothing.
You go straight to hell, is what Daddy would say back to me.
Nothing.
You
lose.
nothing in there. You lose, sir. You get nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's crazy. I'm like, guys, it's supposed to be fast food. This food is not supposed to be fancy. This is not the price it should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Old Man Mills.
That was even later because my hand had fallen asleep.
Did your hand fall asleep?
Well, I'm holding it.
I'm a little bit surprised that we're still recording this podcast. I'm a little bit surprised that I haven't fallen asleep yet.
Well, that's what it's here for. It's here to keep you awake.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to stay awake, just give me something to talk about. That's right. I'm a talking son of a gun.
Oh yeah, and we'll have to do a podcast on Brenly Mulligan one time.
Yeah, because I really want to know who that is.
Because he is awesome. We'll do...
You brought him up on the Single H show?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, is that the guy that you learned what transgender was?
No, that's Jamie Dodger.
Okay. Well, who's this guy?
So, Brenly Mulligan is one of the many... is the very first dungeon master for Dimension 20. He is a very good comedian on Dropout. Go and get Dropout. It is amazing. All of it.
Dropout is what has become of College Humor, right? It's not College Humor anymore. A bunch of stuff went into Dropout.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is amazing. It is a lot of local comedians from California up in the LA area that come together to make shows.
Come together! And
they're all really good. I urge you to go watch Smarty Pants and laugh at it, because there's one about wrestling being drag, and I agree.
You showed that to me. I loved it. That was hilarious.
And it really...
That was just absolutely amazing. We're live, pal.
And it's really fun. There's also Make Some Noise, which is great.
Is that the one where that's like everybody is the improv show? Make Some Noise. Is that the one Wayne Brady was on?
Yes. And there's also a musical one that's improv, which is great.
Yeah. And that's Pete Holmes was on that too, right?
Yes. So, Dropout is basically a lot of improv in one spot. Yeah. And a lot of comedy, which is worth every dollar.
Yeah, it's, how much is that a month?
It's something and other. I'll have to ask Rick Kane.
Ricky Kane pays for that one?
Yeah, I'll have to ask Ricky Kane about it.
Yeah.
Oh my, that house is ready for Halloween.
You know, ours is going to be ready tomorrow.
If
I ever get home again.
We will. That's what the half-hour power.
Wait, so we might as well just get all the way to the house on this podcast, dude. We're talking really well right now, too.
This is going to be the longest half-hour power hour ever.
This is the longest half-hour power hour ever.
Because it's already patched as a half-hour power hour.
But we're having a good time talking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the pumpkin bread was great tonight.
Holy crap. So tonight, our church service was based around food, and it was everybody kind of sharing traditions and history around their food and stuff. And this lady brought in the most awesomest pumpkin bread.
It's so good.
It was so good.
My brain loved it.
It tasted so good, your brain loved it.
Yeah. I chewed it a little bit too much that my brain went, I can't eat that whole bite. So I tried to, I'm going to keep on going after.
Leave it in your mouth. Good God, son.
It was so
Holy
good.
Crap, the fair's in town. I didn't know that.
Oh, me either.
Speaking of distractions,
Oh, I don't think it is. I think it's like people's lights.
no, buddy, there ain't nobody that just has lights like that. That's a freaking fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's been like a lot of good pumpkin patch going up.
There has. That's right. Excuse me. We're live, pal.
Oh, yeah,
That's
it
a big giant slide, who?
Sorry. How it looked, it seemed like it was hanging from people's houses.
That fair enough. And speaking of hanging things from people's houses, I'm ready to go to bed.
Well, too bad we're not.
Let's go ahead and shut this down for this week. That was the Single A Show, half-hour, power hour for this week.
Your name is
My name is Michael Davis. Your name is
Hunter Milljaw. Please remember, stay safe. Love ya.
me.